Hi children, how are you? Yes, I hope that you all are fine at your home and here I'm also fine. Okay, my dear children, today I have come before you to teach one more history topic and it is the continuation part. And in last class, means in previous class, we have studied the causes for the rise of new religions, right? So today we are going to learn religion, Jainism. Okay, it is a new religion. Okay, we have already understand the causes for the rise of new religion. So it is one of those religion, Jainism. Okay, so it is very important religion if you consider our ancient Indian history, right? So in our ancient Indian history, there are so many religions and Jainism is also one of those religions, right? So today we are going to learn that, yes, Jainism, traditionally known as Jain Dharma, is an ancient Indian religion. Yes, I have told you already. In our India, there are so many religions, and Jainism also one of those religions, right? So it is the ancient religion in India, and it is traditionally known as Jain Dharma, means Jain religion. Followers of Jainism are called as Jains. Yes, Jains. Okay, these are the people who are following the Jain Dharma. Okay, so the followers of Jain religion called as Jains. Very important. Then Jain, a word derived from the Sanskrit word Jina. Okay, it has Jains. It is the what? It has derived from the Sanskrit word Jina. Jina means victor, right? So Jina means getting victory over five senses. I think you might have known. Okay, Jina means victor. That means that getting victory over five senses. Jains believe that Jainism is an eternal dharma with the Tirthankaras guiding every cycle of the Jain cosmology. Yes. So Jain people, they believe the existence of 24 Tirthankaras. So there are 24 Tirthankaras. How many Tirthankaras are there in Jainism? There are 24 Tirthankaras are there, and they believed that, so they had to follow the rules and regulations which were made by the Tirthankaras, right? So they believed the 24 Tirthankaras, and it is the eternal dharma. Eternal dharma means ancient religion. Okay, so important or ancient religion. Their canonical religious texts are called Agamas and Paramagamas. Okay, their texts are called as Agamas and Paramagamas. Very important here. So the texts of Jainism are called as Agamas and Paramagamas. Jains trace their spiritual ideas and history through a succession of 24 leaders or Tirthankaras. Already I have told you that in Jainism there were 24 Tirthankaras, and they believed the 24 Tirthankaras or 24 leaders, we are considering like that, but so according to the Jainism they were the Tirthankaras. Okay, so they had given some preachers. So the Jainism people who are following the Jain Dharma, they are following the preachers of those Tirthankaras. Okay. The first Tirthankara was Rishabhanatha, who according to Jain tradition lived millions of years ago. So okay, almost he lived in Krita Yuga according to the Jain literature. According to the Jain literature, so Rishabhanatha, he lived in the time of Krita Yuga. So there were 4 yugas, right? Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. So he lived in the time of Krita age or Krita Yuga, right? So he was the first Tirthankara. Who was the first Tirthankara? Rishabhanatha was the first Tirthankara. Please remember this point. Rishabhanatha was the first Tirthankara. And the 23rd Tirthankara was Parshvanatha. He lived in 900 BCE. BCE means before Common Era. Okay, before Common Era. That means that before the birth of Jesus Christ, right? Before the birth of Jesus Christ. I think you might have known the what year, right? So BCE, AD. AD means Anno Domini, right? So like that. So Parshvanatha was the 23rd Tirthankara So, you might have got one question that, so there are 24 Tirthankaras, so but we are considering only first Tirthankara and 23rd Tirthankara and finally 24th Tirthankara. So, why? Because, so among the 24 Tirthankaras, there were only 3 Tirthankaras were famous and they were considered as historical persons in Jain literature. So, first one was Rishabhanatha and 23rd one was Parshvanatha and 24th was Mahavira, Vardhamana Mahavira, right? So see here, the 24th Tirthankara was the Mahavira around 500 BC, before Common Era, okay? So these were the Tirthankaras. How many Tirthankaras are there in Jainism? There were 24 Tirthankaras are there. So the first one was Rishabhanatha. Okay, almost he lived in, approximately he lived in the age of Kratha, means Kratha Yuga. So then 23rd Tirthankara was Parshvanatha and 24th Tirthankara was Mahavira, and also Mahavira is considered as the founder of Jainism. But some of the historians, they were telling that, so 23rd Tirthankara, who was the 23rd Tirthankara? Parshvanatha. So some of the historians, they were telling that Parshvanatha was the real founder of Jainism, but even though, so almost all the historians, they are agreeing Mahavira as the founder of Jainism. So we have to consider Mahavira according to the Jainism, according to the text of Jainism. Mahavira was the founder of Jainism. There were 24 Tirthankaras. First one was Rishabhanatha, 23rd one was Parshvanatha, and 24th one was Mahavira, Vardhamana Mahavira, and Vardhamana Mahavira was the founder of Jainism. See here, all the 24 Tirthankaras, okay? The first one was Rishabhanatha, means Lord Rishabhanatha. Lord means God. Rishabhanatha, then Ajitanatha, Sambhavanatha, Abhinandananatha, Sumatinatha, Padmaprabha, Suparshvanatha, Chandraprabha, Suvidhinatha Swami, Sheetalanatha, Shreyanshanatha, Vasupujya, Vimalanatha, Anantanatha, Dharmanatha, Shantinatha, Kuntunatha, Aranatha, Mallinatha, Munisuvrata, Naminatha, Neminatha, Parshvanatha, and Mahavira, right? So Mahavira was the first Tirthankara and he was considered as the founder of Jainism, and Parshvanatha was the 23rd Tirthankara and Lord Rishabhanatha was the first Tirthankara and he was known as Adinatha. So Adi means first, right? So let us study about the first Tirthankara, Rishabhanatha, okay? Yes. See the picture of Rishabhanatha. It is the statue, okay, located in Kundalfu pilgrimage site in Madhya Pradesh, okay? So it is the picture of Rishabhanatha, Lord Rishabhanatha, image of Lord Rishabhanatha, right? Yes. See here, Rishabhanatha. Other names, and he was having other names, okay? So Adinatha, Adinatha means, Adi means first, Natha means Lord, okay? First Lord, like that. Adinatha, Adisha Jina, Jina means we already learnt, Jina means victor, okay? Getting victory over 5 senses, right? So first conqueror, and also Jina means conqueror, we can call conqueror, right? Conqueror or victor, right? So Adarsha Purush means first perfect man. Perfect man means ideal, right? Ideal man. First perfect man. And Ikshvaku. Why he is considered as Ikshvaku? Because he was the king. Earlier he was the king, right? So his parents, his father Nabi was the king in Ikshvaku kingdom, right? So he got the name Ikshvaku. He belonged to Ikshvaku kingdom, so that's why he got the name Ikshvaku, right? So he was born in Ayodhya. Rishabhanatha was born in Ayodhya, and Rishabhanatha was died. He had died in Mount Ashtapada. That is the place, right? Mount Ashtapada. And parents Nabi and Marudevi. Nabi was the father of Rishabhanatha and he was a king who was ruling in Ayodhya. Okay, so Nabi was ruling in Ayodhya and Marudevi was the wife of Nabi. That means that Nabi and Marudevi were the parents of Rishabhanatha. I hope that you are getting. Okay, Nabi and Marudevi were the parents of Rishabhanatha. Okay, Nabi was the king who was ruling in Ayodhya and Nabi belonged to Ikshvaku kingdom. So after the death of Nabi, Rishabhanatha also became the king of Ikshvaku kingdom and he was ruling in Ayodhya. So after some year, what happened? He went in search for the he went in search for the truth. Okay, actually he wanted to find the truth. So he left his kingdom and palace. So after 6 months, what he got enlightenment. So he had become a Jina, right? So he was considered as Jain. Okay, he's the first man. Then spouse Sunanda and Sumangala. Okay, Sunanda and Sumangala were the wives of Rishabhanatha. He was having 2 wives, Sunanda and Sumangala, right? And Sumangala, she was having 100 children. Remember that. Sumangala was having 100 children and Sunanda, she was having only 2 children. And here Sumangala, she was having 99 sons and 1 daughter, including Bharata. Bharata was the son of Sumangala. Okay, so she was having 99. Okay, let me write here. Okay, here Sumangala. I'll write here. Sumangala. She was having 99 plus 1 children and Sunanda, she was having 1 plus 1 children. Okay, I hope you can able to read this. Sumangala, she was having 99 plus 1 children. Okay, including Bharata. Bharata was the elder son of Sumangala. Bharata was the elder son of Sumangala and also including Brahmi. Brahmi was the only daughter. She was the only daughter of Sumangala. Okay, 99 plus 1 means 99 sons, including a daughter called Brahmi, means totally 100 children. Sumangala was having 100 children, including Bharata and Brahmi. Brahmi was the daughter. And Sunanda, she was having 2 children. Okay, 2 children including Bahubali and Sundari. Okay, Bahubali was the son and Sundari was the daughter. I hope that you are understanding. Okay, so totally Rishabhanatha was having 102 children. How many? 102 children, including 100 sons, 2 daughters. Daughters' name was Brahmi and Sundari. Okay, so children, 100 sons including Bharata and Bahubali, Bharat Chakravarti and Bahubali, including 2 daughters. 2 daughters, okay, I have told you. And the daughter of Sumangala was Brahmi and daughter of Sunanda was Sundari. Okay, let's move. Parshvanatha. So we have studied about the first Tirthankara. Who was he? Rishabhanatha. So we studied about Rishabhanatha now. So now we are going to study about Parshvanatha. He was the 23rd Tirthankara. Okay, 23rd Tirthankara. See here. It's the picture of Parshvanatha. Okay, he was Parshvanatha. See, I hope that you are seeing the picture. You are watching the picture here. Parshvanatha. It is the picture of Parshvanatha. Right. Yes. Parshvanatha, also known as Parshva and Paras, was the 23rd of 24 Tirthankaras. Yes, my dear children, I have already told you that there were 24 Tirthankaras. There were how many? 24 Tirthankaras, and Parshvanatha was the 23rd Tirthankara. So once again, I am going to remind you people that there were 24 Tirthankaras and only 3 Tirthankaras were very, very famous and they were considered as historical people. Okay. So first one Rishabhanatha and 23rd one was Parshvanatha and last one means 24th one was Mahavira. Right. He was born to King Ashwasena and Queen Vamadevi of Varanasi. Yes, actually, Ashwasena and Vamadevi were the parents of Parshvanatha, and King Ashwasena, he was ruling in Varanasi. That means that Parshvanatha belonged to kingdom. Okay, he belonged to kingdom. And most importantly, he belonged to the Ikshvaku dynasty. Okay, Parshvanatha belonged to Ikshvaku dynasty, and after the death of his parents, he had become the king, and after that, he left his kingdom and palace, and he went in search for the truth. Okay, so like the way how Rishabhanatha did. Parshvanatha was born 273 years before Mahavira. Okay, so 273 years before Mahavira, he lived in Varanasi, right? Parshvanatha. He lived in Varanasi before Mahavira. Means 273 years before Mahavira, he lived in India. Okay. He was the spiritual successor of 22nd Tirthankara Neminatha. Yes, Neminatha was the 22nd Tirthankara. After 22nd Tirthankara, he had become the Tirthankara, so he is considered as 23rd Tirthankara of Jainism. Right. Yes, his principles. It's very, very important. Okay. I hope that you are going to note this. Okay. So, principles of Parshvanatha. What are the preachers or what are the principles? Okay, of Parshvanatha. The first one is non-violence. Yes, he preached the common people, or he preached the people who are following the Jainism that non-violence. We should not harm any animal. We should not kill the living beings. We have to protect them. So he preached non-violence. Okay. So then truth. Always we have to follow the truth. We should not lie. Then non-stealing. We should not steal anything. So according to the principle of Parshvanatha, right? So we should not steal anything. Non-attaching of wealth. Okay. We have to get rid of all the desires what we are having. We should not love wealth. We have to leave everything. We have to leave everything. We should not love towards the wealth. We should not attach towards the wealth according to the principles of Parshvanatha. So actually he had preached that. So it is considered as asteya, aparigraha, right? So and except brahmacharya. Except brahmacharya, he preached these four principles. Okay. So after the Parshvanatha, Mahavira will come and he will preach what? Brahmacharya. So till that we studied Jainism. We have studied about Jainism. Okay. So how did the Jainism started? How did the Jainism start? And the first Tirthankara was Rishabhanatha, and Rishabhanatha was the king who was ruling in Ayodhya, and he belonged to Ikshvaku kingdom. And he was having two wives, and he was having one or two children, including Bharata and Bahubali, and also two daughters called Brahmi and Sundari. Right. So after the first Tirthankara, the second Tirthankara, then third Tirthankara. So totally 24 Tirthankaras were there, but the 23rd Tirthankara was the historical person after the first Tirthankara. So he was none other than Parshvanatha. So today we have studied about Parshvanatha and where did he live and what did he preach, or what are his principles. We have studied. Okay. So my dear children, please take a homework. Please take a homework. So homework is nothing but write a short note on Parshvanatha. Already we have studied today. Please write a short note on Parshvanatha, including his principles. Right. So till here we have studied. I hope that you are understanding my language and you are understanding my teaching. So if you are having any doubt, please contact me through WhatsApp. You can ask any question. I will try to answer you people. Okay. Bye.